Kaneme Warriors of Maiduguri promises to be another exciting encounter in Owerri. Abia Warriors against Sunshine. Wow, what a game that will be. And then Warri Wolves against Rangers, another massive encounter. Dumnodi, where are you putting your money? I've known you for a long time to be a fan of Rangers. And I also know that you have a soft spot for Warri Wolves. So you are in the middle of, between the devil and the deep blue sea. Which one are you going for? Are you sitting with the Wolves? Or going with the Rangers?
I'll sit near where the fans of people who come to watch. They are not fans
neutral
of
zone. You stay in the neutral zone. But what are you expecting from that game? Warri Wolves against Rangers. Rangers are also beginning to come to their elements. Went to Dolphins last weekend, got a draw. Warri Wolves are also beginning to look good. Went away to Nimbe, got a draw. What are you expecting in that game?
I'm expecting a tough game. It's a critical element because you look at the composition of the Rangers team and the Warri Wolves team, you see the element of Super Eagles in that team. Yeah.
You have a lot of Super Eagles players. Christian Obiozo.
So
massive.
Even Emeka Eze was part of the team that went to Mexico.
Yes.
You look at the team of Super Eagles. So it's going to be a massive cracker. And you remember the MD of Warri Wolves was the former general manager, CEO of Rangers.
Oh, the CEO of
Warri Wolves
now.
Was the former CEO of Rangers.
And he was a former Rangers player. That's Division No Women. But it promises to be a good game.
It promises to be a good game, massive game. And I want to see, because Warri Wolves needs to win this game. The heart of the continent, so they need to focus on the league. Their recruitment was for the continent. So when you are looking at recruiting for the continent, bigger game, so you need to get that kind of performance down to the league.
If they want to do well in the league, it is winning games like this that will decide. And of course, Bola Salam is going to be a factor. He's on top of his game. He's scoring good goals. Another Super Eagles player. So it's a battle of Super Eagles players. And let's talk about the other one. Aqua United against Kano Pillars. First on the log against third on the log. That's going to be a big game as well.
It's a big game. It's a big game. Aqua United,
almost
impregnable at home. Kano Pillars with a team with a lot of pedigree, even on the road. Even if they will lose to you. You know that you earn it. Yes, you earn the victory. So it's another game. I want to see how consistent Aqua United will be. This is some of the biggest games they will be going to play in the coming years. And you could look at that Aqua team as a team that they build over time. They bonded together. We still have the Ukeme Davies, Emmanuel Ariwa, Ubong Ekpai. If you have the Namso Edo,
keep the bulk of the players together. The same thing with Kano Pillars. They keep the bulk of the team together.
You look at that.
So two teams understand themselves quite well.
Yes, and the coaches are coaches who, of course, Patrick Gudo. Yes, he's doing well since he joined Warri Wolves, and Eko Emoji, pretty experience at this level. We're expecting another tough game. I hope the referees, I'm saying referees, should not be man of the match.
They shouldn't be about the referees. It should be about the quality of football played on the pitch. Yes. All right, by the time we return on Monday, we should be telling you a lot more around those games. But those are big games this weekend in the Glo Premier League. We want to urge you, if you are around any of those venues, avail yourself of the opportunities to enjoy the best that Nigerian football can offer. Let's step down and talk about the Nigeria National League, another one scheduled for this weekend, week 11 of the Nigeria National League. We hope that this weekend, Division A, that is where we've always had problem. Division A, we hope the teams will behave themselves in Division A. We have FRSC against Nigeria Prisons. We have Jigawa against Mighty Jets. We have Tornadoes of Mina against DSS. DSS chairman was suspended for 3 games. They were also fined for assaulting the referee, but they claimed that there was compromise, money exchanging hands between officials of Jigawa and the referees that handled that game. And they are going to Mina, where the referees are from. So that promises to be a very dicey encounter. Wiki against Kogi United, Adamawa against Sokoto United, Pt2 United against Kwara United, Spotlight against Ranchers Bees, then Chip against Supreme Court. That's a derby,
Abuja derby.
In Abuja. That's from Division A. Let's look at Division B and see what fixtures we will get from Division B. Division B teams from this side. Let's also tell you very quickly that a game was played today in Omoku. All right. Go round needing a penalty. It was a controversial penalty. According to Remo, a controversial penalty. 1-0 it ended in favor of go round. We have stationary stores against COD. Massive Lagos derby on Sunday at the Unicon Stadium. Wow. Easter Sunday. It's a Resurrection Day. What a game that promises to be. Stationary stores against COD. We are going to be having Insurance of Benin against Unisem as well. Prime against Aqua Starlet. Abia Commerce against ABS. Gateway against Gabros. in Abeokuta. And then other fixtures, I hope we can flip through. 3SC will be hosting Ekiti United. And then we have a derby at the Agege Stadium tomorrow. If you are a lover of football and you have had much good football, I mean, if you want to see beautiful football, MFM will give it to you.
And First Bank.
And First Bank will also give it to you. So these two ball-playing teams, ball-passing teams at the Agege Stadium tomorrow, please avail yourself of the opportunity to watch the
4
best.
4 p.m. Nigerian time.
4 p.m. Watch the best that the Nigerian National League can offer you. All right, let's step down from the National League and talk about the Nationwide League. That's supposed to be the lowest level of league football in Nigeria. It's the amateur stage, but it's also exciting and it's also producing amazing results. Let's quickly run through some of the results for you. Ajiroba Oni, these are games played today. Ajiroba Oni beat Atiba United 2-1. NMIC, that's the immigration team, beat Dalatu 3-1. Boro United walked over Police Machine 3-0. Why are the police guys failing to turn up? Learning 3-0 over Young Elephants. Gombe Warriors 1-1 with Dama United. Flash Flamingos 1-0 over Court of Appeal. And then we have a Juvenile 3-1 over Agumosho. They're bouncing back to winning ways after being walked over the last time. Quara Feeders 2-1 over FC Abuja. Afigio United 1-0 over FC Ebiede. Another walkover. Great International walking over Crime Fighters.
Another police team.
They failed to show up. Crime Fighters.
I don't know what's happening to
what's
this
happening
police
to Crime Fighters, Police Machine not showing up?
And their police team.
Okay, maybe they are busy curtailing all sorts of.
Well, let's leave that.
Peacemakers, yes, they showed up 3-1 over Elaurogun, and then FC Lokoja 2-1 over Akwa United. That was like a derby, a middle belt derby in that one. We have Ubedeza Stars goalless with Makwanda, Yaruma Light 2-1 over Kuje, CBN Cashless 1-1 with Kaduna Bees, Bida Lions 2-0 over Islanders, Crime Busters 1-1 with Julius Atete. That's your team from Delta, pulling a draw away from home.
Finalists of the Federation Cup in Delta State. All
right, let's touch up very quickly on some grassroots sports. Not the regular kind of football. Corporate bodies coming together to organize something of a Champions Cup, like their own Champions League. Next week, Champions League action will resume in Europe. But in Nigeria, corporate bodies are playing their own Champions Cup. And the semi-final fixtures this weekend, tomorrow at Campus Square from 9 a.m. They are going to be having Nestle against Etisalat, and they are going to be having Sky Bank against PZ Cousins. So these are the fixtures of semi-final matches. And for corporate bodies, the Corporate Champions Cup, the Meta Corporate Champions Cup, they call it, semi-final games to be played tomorrow, Campus Square from 9 a.m. You can also avail yourself of the opportunity to watch some of these guys play football. And then to this one, it's also interesting. Traders Cup. Every year, traders come together and they play 5-a-side tournament. But the interesting thing is that this year, this 2014 edition, there's a huge prize at stake. The winners of the 2014 Traders Cup, 5-a-side football competition, will be going to the 2014 FIFA World Cup in Brazil, all expenses paid. So these traders are even getting some privileges.
It's a rebranded one. In the past, we used to have the 11-a-side football played at the Volkswagen pitch along the Lagos-Badagry Expressway. But I think the traders are having. But if you see traders play football, you need to imagine how these guys were able to combine trading, asking for customers, haggling for prices, especially those ones in Alaba, those ones in Idumota Market, coming to play football. And it becomes exciting. I think the way they are going about it, rebranding, bring it back, bring those excitement so that the players will not become too fat at the Yes,
but this one is taking place on Sunday at Campus Square as well from 12 noon. Those traders will close the shops and they will
go to the market.
They will play.
They'll play after church or those people.
12 noon.
12 noon.
They are at Campus Square to play for a place in Brazil 2014. All right. That's it for the traders. But we'll continue to update you around it because it's something interesting. And who knows, there could just be a Super Eagles player among those traders who will be discovered at the end of the day. Dumnodi, let's go to Euro very quickly before we wrap up this segment and bring on our bar sports guys. Let's go to England. The English the English Premier League usually do this every time. Nominate players, top players for the year, young players for the year, and that has been done again this year. The PFA Player of the Year, the nominees, of course, starting with the African Footballer of the Year, reigning African Footballer of the Year, Yaya Toure of Manchester City. He's been in
18 goals so far.
When he plays and it plays well, City wins. When he's not playing, City don't win. And you now know why City found it difficult to win when he wasn't there midweek. Eden Hazard, same thing for Chelsea, has been amazing. Then what do you say about Luis Suarez? What do you say about Daniel Sturridge? And of course, Adam Lallana of Southampton. Amazing nomination.
Somebody, I don't know whether it was the Sturridge, Suarez, somebody, they used the SAS. That was the acronyms used for these guys, their combination. Well,
they scored a lot of goals this season.
But
Sturridge,
the way Suarez played this season and the kind of goals he scored and how his goals has helped Liverpool to the top of the Premier League could earn him this award.
Last year, there was a controversy that denied him. But this year, he stayed clean, and let's see how it goes. And then the Young Player of the Year, the nominees. Of course, you have Daniel Sturridge of Liverpool. You have Raheem Sterling, also of Liverpool. Eden Hazard of Chelsea. Ross Barkley of Everton. And Aaron Ramsey of Arsenal. Fantastic nominations as well. But then when you look at how well Liverpool have played this season, and you see what impact Eden Hazard is also having for Chelsea, you will know that probably those top 3 players, the 2 from Liverpool and the 1 from Chelsea, look head and shoulders above the rest.
Above the rest, especially the Liverpool guy. If he's been nominated for the Player of the Year and
you're getting the young player,
it means it goes to the 2 awards. From my perspective, go to the Liverpool players.
All right, Dumnodi, I must thank you so much for your time.
It's my pleasure.
And I'm sure that by the time we return on Monday, unfortunately Monday, you are always on break, but surely we'll see you on Tuesday.